Joseph Ernesto Estrada.
My duties as President of the Philippines.
2.5 decades of doing survey research to open the nation's eyes to the true state of the quality of life and governance. Backed up by sound scientific principles set in 1974 and 75 by the Development Academy of the Philippine Social Indicators Project, the principles were pilot tested by surveys of the DAP's Social Weather Stations project in 1981 and 83. But they were not published because the pioneering DAP book, the 1982 Social Weather Report, was suppressed. In 1984 and 1985, the initiative to do open opinion polling despite authoritarian rule was taken by the Bishops' Businessmen's Conference for Human Development, or BBC, with technical support from SWS people. The BBC surveys were sponsored partially by businessmen and partially by the Asia Foundation.
The Asia Foundation is proud to have been the institution that gave them their first grant. And beginning in 1985, it's managed to bring the opinion of the average Filipino citizen to a much wider audience. It's no longer just somebody talking to somebody else. It's rather the institution of social weather stations gathering the opinions of Filipinos and bringing it to the attention of the policy world, the newspaper world, and to the Filipinos themselves as a feedback mechanism.
To maintain the survey momentum, the present Social Weather Stations was founded as a private, non-stock, non-profit scientific organization and formally registered on August 8, 1985.
Nandito ang mga surveys na kasama ang Ateneo de Manila University.
SWS partnered with Ateneo de Manila University to do open opinion polling with support from the Ford Foundation in 1986 and 87. Thanks to people power, the SWS Ateneo polls were already done in a free democratic setting. The SWS surveys have served the government, the private sector, NGOs, and other institutions, domestic and international, as well as the general public. The SWS surveys have scientifically rendered the feelings of the Filipino people about their quality of life and about governance. SWS innovated in tracking hunger, poverty, and victimization by crime. SWS did special polls on the 1987 and 1989 coup attempts, on Wettengate, the Estrada impeachment trial, and People Power 2. It tracks public opinion on matters requiring public referendum, such as constitutional change. SWS is a survey freedom fighter. In January 2000, the Supreme Court ruled the exit polling is protected by freedom of speech. In May 2001, it ruled in favor of SWS that banning publication of pre-election polls is unconstitutional. In September 2001, the World Association for Public Opinion Research gave Mahar Mangahas its Helen Dinnerman Award, the world's highest award in public opinion research, for championing the rights and freedom of survey researchers. Political leaders rely on the SWS surveys to check on their popularity. As of mid-2010, SWS name recognition is 57% nationwide. Of those who recognize SWS name, a record high of 84% say it is credible. Only 3% say it is not. SWS has an excellent election track record. The TV5 SWS exit poll of 2010, the first scientific poll to be done outside the polling places, interviewed 52,573 voters last election day and came up an average of only 0.4 percentage points away from the final COMELEC scores for President and Vice President. SWS represents the Philippines in the International Social Survey Program, the World Values Survey, Asian Barometer, and the Comparative Survey of Electoral Systems. As of July 15, 2010, the archives have 389 SWS surveys, 199 of which were done nationwide, involving 490,766 interviews and 52,744 questionnaire items.
In our mission, we stress that it's for education so that eyes may see social problems, and conscientization so that people can use their hearts, and feel these problems, and then analysis so that minds may understand the solution.
Well, SWS is a remarkable research instrument. SWS is a contribution to the national capacity to do social research. Reaching this age is something we didn't anticipate 25 years ago.
Social Weather Stations has distinguished itself in its 25 years of statistics for advocacy.
Now, one thing I'd like to say is that from all of this, we Filipinos are generally a normal people. Of course, we have our terrific crooks, and we have also our terrific heroes. But in no way can we be said to be culturally damaged. We are idealistic, we are patient, but we are not foolish. People can be depended upon to make the correct decisions for the good of the country. All of these data to me are a good reason to have faith in the democratic system. This is an instrument for the furtherance of democracy.
Social Weather Stations, the Philippines' leading survey research institute on quality of life, public opinion, and governance.